Hello, my hotties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue. I thought I'd pop up and say hi to every single one of you. Just gone 9 o'clock on Sunday evening. That's Sunday the 6th of August 2023. So I thought we'll pop up and say hi. We did do a very quick one earlier today, and it was marvelous. Well, when I say very quick, it was an hour, but it passed very quickly, if that makes any sense. So tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live. This is the big one. Never stroll and never troll. We are here just for you. Howdy, Scottie. Howdy, Jim. How lovely to have you with us. And a massive dinky-doo, I say to you. Tuning in from Northampton, Reese. We love you in Northampton. Dinky-doo, are you making shoes? Am I cute, says Squid. I don't know, Squid. I haven't actually seen you. You're very cute for finding Scottie McClue. That's what we call cute. There used to be several meanings of cute, and cute was somebody who sort of wouldn't sell their hen on a wet day, if you get my meaning. I say to you, my mother-in-law makes shoes. I work for the football club Reese. Lucky football club, I say to you. Some comments in the live have been filtered. This is so beautiful because that means all the silly wee trolls have been sent down the swaddy right away. Hi, says Taylor. Hi, Taylor Dinky-Doo. I say to you, do come and join us as soon as you possibly can. And follow us on the YouTube channel as well. We're doing what's called a simultaneous stream. And we're live. Good evening, young man, says S on the YouTube channel. Is that not amazing? Hello from Shetland. Hello, Frank. How lovely to have you with us from Shetland. Where are you? Are you in Lerwick? Are you in Unst? Are you in Yell? Hen and a wet day. Explain. Well, if you think about it, a hen's all lovely and fluffy. And if you are selling your hen, you would like it to look bigger than it might be. On a wet day, all the feathers would go wet and you'd see the actual size of the hen. Hence, don't sell your hen on a wet day. Scottie, are you still looking for one of those left-handed humpy back waistcoats? Oh, yes. I'm in Sumbra. I know Sumbra well. The home of oil. We love it. Hello from the Scottish borders. All right, Scottie. Taylor has given me red roses, the first of our 200 red roses on the little goal. Is that not so beautiful? But remember, you never ever have to give Scottie McClue anything. If you're watching right now, can you please follow me on the TikTok? Very, very important. Hello, my beautiful friend. Got it now, lol. Yep, Scottie's in the house. Fraserburgh. Dinky-Doo, it's full of thinkers. Say, hi, sir, stay fabulous, stay fabulous. Hiya. Lovely to hear from you, and a massive dinky-doo. Never stroll, never troll. You're watching TikTok's Top Talk Show with Scottie McClue, hashtag FloatHigh, the first lord of the internet. This is the big one. Lots and lots to discuss. Lots of new videos for you on TikTok, guys. Get watching, get sharing, and as I say, never stroll, never troll. Taylor has given me 35, 40, 50 red roses. Oh my goodness, Taylor, what are you doing? Taylor's given me 80, 70, 72 red roses. Hello, Sadie. What's your opinion on the men's road race being stopped by some anti-oil protest? I think these people are a disgrace to this country, and they disgust me. Whoa, for goodness sake, Taylor, what are you doing? We're 50% towards target. Hi, Scottie from Loch Lomond. Everybody get tap, tap, tappity, tap on your phone. Tap, 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 tappity, tappity, tap. And don't stop for an hour. There we go. Tap, tap, tappity, tap on the phones. Taylor, thank you so much. That is just absolutely amazing. 111 out of 200. We've only been up for something like 4 minutes. Hello from Drumchapel. Disco Pete has joined us, sending me sunglasses. Disco Pete, you are absolutely incredible. He's now sending lightning bolts. Just amazing, guys. Thank you so much for your kindness. It all helps because we're trying to expand it. You maybe saw the GoFundMe today, but we're trying to expand everything as soon as we possibly can. It's great to hear you tonight. You were blithering away last night on the video, but no sound. But you've got the sound tonight. I may do an experiment after we finish tonight and swap devices just to see what happens there. Hello, what's the topic, please? The topic is everything. Yes, everything. We discuss the lot on here. We do have to be careful with bits and pieces. Taylor, what are you doing? Taylor's now sending me TikToks, and I've got 111 red roses out of 200. There it's there, guys. What do you think? Is that not amazing? You won't see it on the YouTube channel. It just looks as if my hand's gone through the ceiling. Oh yes, good evening, young man. Absolutely. Murray O'Donnell, good evening, my good fellow. Murray, how lovely to have you with us. And what can I say, Murray, except thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, we're at 80% of target already, and we've only been up for 6 minutes. I don't know. What's that like? Now then, pal, long time, Stuart. How lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-do to you. Guys, tell us where you're actually watching from and get following. We need followers by the 100. So if everyone can get up to the top left and click the plus sign. I mean, why would you watch Scottie McClue and not follow? It just doesn't make sense. What are you doing on the internet from Dalry? Lovely man. I thank you, Stuart. You're very kind. Everybody's following. Thanks, guys. That's your goal achieved. What are you like? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The kindness I get shown is absolutely out of this world. And guys, only do it if you're feeling flush. That's what it said in the GOFUNDME. You know, I have to watch because sometimes they chop it off if you mention. So there you are. Thank you for all my beautiful roses. Thank you for fulfilling the goal. It's done. Rory is there. You're such a generous wee man. You keep saying fabulous. We've got to stay fabulous, guys. There's nothing else for it. Life will throw all sorts of things at you, and it will be very, very tough at times. But stay fabulous. Remember, you are fabulous. There we are. And DINKY-DOO, all is well. I said to you, get a new goal up, Scotty. Mothers, would that not be a bit greedy when you've all been so kind? A duckling, nothing like a roaring fire on Speyside. Do you know, Jay, I was through Speyside quite recently. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Sometimes I think to myself, will I just save up and have a weekend at Granton-on-Spey? Just stay in a lovely little hotel in the town where you can go out and get your paper and have your tea and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's just sometimes it just attracts you. You think, stop the world, I'm getting off. I'm getting off. Taylor sent me pink shoes. Taylor thinks I need to have pink shoes on. Not greedy, take what people want to give. Right, well, what will we do? You choose, and tell me what goal I should set. Good evening, Scotty. It's Tam and Lou Freelanner. Thomas, so lovely to have you with us. Tam and Lou, DINKY-DOO Lou from Scottie McClue. I say to you, I'm getting sent all these pink shoes and lightning bolts. What does this tell me? Guys, I've got the trusty aqua, so we'll have a general sup. So whatever you're drinking at the moment, it's general sup time. We salute you, sir. Salute the general sup. Taylor sent me 5 lightning bolts. You're a beautiful man. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Thoughts on the lunatics that are involved with Just Stop Oil? I detest it. Absolutely detest it. Behaving like that. Why would we stop oil? You know, a drill, baby, drill. We need the energy. There's stacks of it. You know, the planet's absolutely dinky-doo. You know, I don't know who's paying these people, you know, but somebody is, and they're making a mess. And the poor souls that have to go and get the jet wash and take off all the rubbish and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I know they think it's great publicity, but it's just awful. These people need to be very, very, very ashamed of themselves. I'm drinking a bottle of iron brew. There's nothing wrong with that, Tangerine Boy. I can tell you. You'll get sugared up. Now, who have we got here? And rode in front of the cyclists. I know. It's just dangerous and it's thoughtless. You know, so if you're listening and you're a member of Just Stop Oil, just be so ashamed of yourself. You know, you can do better things with your life. There we are. You can't beat it, can you? Oh, Tangerine Boy. You know, what a buzz from the IB. Woo! General Sop. There we are. Fantastic. Now get following everybody. And are we on to the YouTube channel yet? Has anybody managed to suss that one out? You'll see the URL on the TikTok bio. There we go. Now then, what have we got here? I don't know who that is, Mr. Bag. I say to you, why don't you tidy up your handle? Taylor has just sent me weights. Guys, I'm looking for what should be the next target then. What would you suggest? Good evening, everybody. Lovely to have you with us and welcome. I'm just going to say Dinky-Doo onto the YouTube channel, Dinky-Doo. So there's a good one, right? These people could lose us our rights to protest in the same way that the Not My King could lose us our rights to free speech. But what you said on Just Stop Oil, I agree. Scotty, can you stop my daughter doing the gift thing? Get her dealt. And mother's mother, is she giving to Scottie McClue? Good evening, Scotty. Good evening, Jonah. How lovely to have you with us. Nice to have a cheerful Jonah on here. Lovely, lovely, I say to you. Tell us where you're watching from, though, because that makes it interesting. Some people forget to say where they're watching from. I've got 1,600 likes. Can everybody tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap as soon as you possibly can? There we go. Oops, we've missed a phone call there. Now let's see if we can get the phones open and we'll maybe get a wee phone call on, guys. How would that be? Because I haven't announced that we're popping up here. Nobody knows. It's random. And you could say, well, that's why maybe you're not getting the biggest audience you should get. I'm in London, says Jonah. Are the phones on, says AFM? Yes. Why don't you ring? And if the phone rings, then we know they're on. Dinky-Doo, Abdul is back. Abdul, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us and a very warm welcome. Can we all share? Now, I don't think I can share this. I'm going to try. Let's see if it'll let us share. So there we are. Fantastic. Right. We're just going, guys. We're going. We're trying it. There we go. What have we got here? Right. I'm going to do this, guys, and see if we can get on here. We never know. I'm trying to share. There we go. Excellent stuff. Now we'll get sorted. And that's it. So lovely. Right. It looks like we're going to have to, it's telling me to log in with this and log in with that. So we'll just have to press on just now and we'll get that later. But it's all looking a lot better than it was, guys. That's what I can say to you. Now, here's the phones. Hold on. How do we stop this and start this? Oh, you're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Call Scotty, it's Ethan.
Ethan, how are you? That's right. I just need one name, Ethan. That's fine. Now, what can I do for you, sir?
I want to talk about interest about planes.
Planes, go on.
What is your favourite type of plane, Scotty?
What is my, say again?
Favourite type of plane?
My favourite type of plane? Well, it depends what you're doing, if I'm plane spotting or I'm flying.
Oh, you're flying.
If I'm flying, yes, I like all these, but I've got so many favourite planes. I think the Tiger Moth has got to rank pretty high.
Is that true?
Yes, the tiger moth. Have you heard of the tiger moth?
Nope.
Nope. Well, you check out the tiger moth. I think she came out about 1930.
Okay, I
Uh,
will search that up, Scotty.
You search that up
Scotty,
and
do you
let.
know my favourite plane? It's the one you flew into Twin Towers.
Oh, I don't think. What was that? What was that plane?
What?
What was the plane?
I don't know. I don't
Ah,
think it
well,
had.
you said it was your favourite. You see, ho ho, silly boy. Right, that's that. Anyway, at least he's away with the information about the tiger moth. I do not believe you talk like that in real life. You have a false and condescending accent. Well, user 716, news flash for you. This is the way I've spoken since birth. All right? So, nothing condescending, nothing false, and you mustn't assume everybody is like yourself. If you have a false and condescending accent, I don't. All right, fantastic. And folks, you know that, isn't it? You know that's true. Those of you who listened to me for 30 years. So there we are. Oh, he's calling me a liar, right? 716. Why would I be a liar? Why would I speak like this if it's not my voice? Ha ha. See, that's got you there. Give us an answer to that one, user 716. Fantastic. False and condescending indeed. Right, it's false. Well, it's true. Shall we ban, guys, shall we ban user 716 for telling whoppers? Right, it's up to you guys. It's your show, your calls, I always say. What a cracking show tonight, mind you. Good to see you again, Top Man Thomas. Good to see you, Top Man. How's it going? Fantastic. Taylor, get my daughter told. Mother's mother. Mother's mother's going daft because obviously Taylor is giving McClue too many red roses. There we are. Thank you so much, Taylor. That's very kind of you. But maybe you'd better check with mother if you're being too generous. VS, good. How are you and your family doing? We're amazing, Thomas, and lovely to have you with us. What do you think of that cheeky midden there going on about that's not your accent and everything? It's not an accent anyway, it's just a way of speaking. Hey, Scotty, it's Glasgow. Glasgow. We're all the same in Glasgow. There we are. Hey, Scotty, and Dinky-Doo, Wadge. Lovely to have Wadge with us. This is like the old Sunday nights, guys. We used to do Facebook Live on a Sunday night. That was pre-TikTok. And of course, TikTok's with us now. That boy on the phone was very cheeky. He was very cheeky AFM, bordering on the offensive. Do you mind the Ford Anglia very, very well, Jay? Now, what engine did she have in her? Was it a 998? Or was there another? Was there a 1200 Anglia? Great wee car with the wee back windows that went that way. Or was it that way? I think it depends on which side of the street the car was parked on. Are you back on the radio soon? Should be, Jonah, maybe a couple of months, something like that, till we get things sorted out. But if we go back, it'll be big. I tell you. Now, who else have we got? Magic, says Jay. Yes, no, we're not going on Magic, but it is Magic. But I loved being on Magic in Sheffield, Leeds, and Hull and Liverpool. Tremendous. I think we didn't get on Magic in Manchester. I can't remember what happened, if one of the guys was a bit funny about it or something. Couldn't get his head round it, didn't understand the power of the phone in. Scott FM all the way. Have you seen my YouTube photo today? It might not be up forever, but it's Scott FM. I missed the phone in you did in the 90s on Hallam FM in Barnsley. Teacher mems, I miss Hallam FM. If only I could be on all the stations. What a fabulous station Hallam is. Hallam FM, there we are. This is the biggest thing to remember. This is the biggest thing since the pudding. I have a signed photo of you at Scott FM. Ah, Mr. Bag. Dinky-Doo. Fantastic, I say to you. Now, what have we got here? Tread Boys just joined us. Dinky-Doo, I say. Guys, get following. Can everyone tap, tap, tappity, tap again? I know it's a bit of a pain, bit of a pain to get. See what I just did there? Surely not Clyde 1. I was, no, I'm not going on Clyde 1. So I can rule that one out. But I was on Clyde 2, of course, with the Clyde Cayley for many years. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Hello, Scotty. How are you? Kareem Dinky-Doo. How lovely to have you with us, and a very warm welcome. This is a random pop-up, Kareem. What do we think of random pop-ups with Scottie McClue? And we did take a wee call there. A wee boy that showed a bit of promise, but then just went completely off the rails. Can everybody get following, please, as soon as you possibly can? Have we all subscribed to the YouTube channel? I think that should be mandatory. If you live in the world, you should subscribe to the YouTube. Hello, you're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO, Scotty. It's Kareem. How are we?
Kareem, how are we, lad? Nice to hear you. Welcome.
Yes.
What do you think of the random
I was on the chat last night, Scotty, when you were doing your show last night at 9 o'clock. I was in the chat.
Good show last night, Kareem, I would have said.
Yes, no, Scotty, it always is a good show. You know, it's always good quality.
If we can get all the technical side of it working, then we are laughing. And wait to hear this new radio station. Oh.
Yeah. There's always gremlins, Scotty.
Well, I think because it's such tiny things can change something. I mean, I told you the famous chap, I spoke to a very, very switched on guy in technology, and he said, what's happening, Scotty? I said, well, I can hear the caller, but the listeners can't hear the caller, and so all this stuff. And he went, something's been improved.
Yes.
And he was right. There was a new version of the package, and as soon as I reinstalled that, bingo.
Well, but Scotty, you do a good job. I mean, manning it all yourself, it can't be easy.
No, it's actually not easy, Kareem. But you know what I mean. If we can get what we've got, I'm delighted. I'm delighted.
Yeah.
I'll tell you very briefly. I don't want to bore anybody, but when Marconi was experimenting with radio waves, and the first time he said to his friend to go away and hold up a handkerchief, and if he could hear him, to drop the hanky. And when the hanky dropped, Marconi was just beside himself. And that was radio working. And then the next thing he did, and I'm sure it was him himself, he tapped out the letter S across the Atlantic to Newfoundland.
Right.
On Morse code, and they heard it in Newfoundland. And that was them. They realized that the airwaves are all around us. They're fantastic.
Oh, I think when you look at radio, Scott, I think we spoke before about this, but radio, it doesn't matter what new technology we get, and you know we've got some outstanding new technology.
Yes.
There will always be a radio in your car. There will always be music. There will always be the news or people talking on the radio. That's not ever going to change.
No. And I remember this from the phone in, because Scotland had never actually had a talk show to the extent that they got one. And that's one reason that the audience just went through the roof. The other reason was when they did come on, of course, you have to make sure that you entertain them. Losing you a bit?
Oh, sorry, Scotty, can you hear me?
Yeah, we've got you now. Yeah, hello.
No, I was saying I got a new car recently, and it's got some fancy gadgets. And it's but the one thing that's always stayed the same is the radio.
Yeah.
So you can have all these fancy things on your screen, but you're always just going to have your basic radio, and so that's never going to change.
That's not going to change. Kareem, we're going to have to say bye because we're losing you too much, but take great care of your dear self, and Dinky-Doo, sir.
Thanks for the call. Dinky-Doo, Scotty.
Thanks,
bye.
Kareem. Bye-bye now. Fantastic. That's Kareem on his mobile, probably stopped at the side of the road. Now, what have we got here? Will you be playing a wee tune on the squeeze box for us all tonight? Well, S, if you would like that, we'll maybe manage something. Scotty, what's your opinions on junkies? Well, the problem with the poor junkies is that they've become addicted to the bad stuff. But that doesn't give them the excuse to go out, stealing, robbing, thieving, and in some cases, murdering. Do you know what I mean? So I think we need to find out what is going on. Why do people feel the need to take anything? And can we all stop it? And we know we can. It's just getting that message across from the addiction thing, because what they think they're doing is blocking out the bad bits of life, but they're just making them worse. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who is that?
Hello, Scotty. It's Abdul.
Abdul, how are you? Obviously, not very well. Oh, Scotty, it's Abdul. Oh, I've panicked. Scotty, what to his dogs? There we are. What happened to the dogs? The dogs passed away, Abdul, after a long and happy life. One was 13, the other was 14 and a half. Scotty, would you currently vote independence because we don't have Crown backing? Well, what we need to do is get behind the Crown and say to the King, Your Majesty, here is a proposition for you. If we can secure, your head of stateship and your sovereign lordship for the foreseeable future and beyond, as we did in 1320 with the Declaration of Arbroath, and you'd agree to be our head of state, then we would like to be granted independence. We would also say to any unionists, there is no case for the union that we can find. There never has been. It's built on sand, skullduggery, and jiggery-pokery. And if you would like to be full-time King of Scotland and England, as we made sure we made you and your predecessors in 1603, then perhaps Scotland can keep its own money. That's the bottom line, guys. Never mind what party, and I don't like this party, and I didn't like wee Nicola, and I didn't like Alex Salmon, and I didn't like this one, and I didn't like that one. Never mind the personalities. The bottom line is we have a crown. It's our symbol of authority. We have a curator and custodian of the crown, His Majesty the King, doing an excellent job. And we have Scotland needing to rebuild its economy and become a world-leading country. And that's what we need to do before it gets soaked anymore and the money given away to pals of the government. So there you have it. Right, Abdul, I think we'll get shot of you because you don't sound a very pleasant young man. So I think we'll say cheerio. Right, guys, we've said cheerio to Abdul because he's not mature enough to handle a phone-in show like this, I would say to you. And when somebody starts cheeking up about somebody's dogs going, I shot them and all this stuff. Not for us, I say. What's something you want to achieve before you die? Oh, Reese, there is so much I need to achieve before I die. Whether I'll make it or not, we don't know. But I have many, many, many projects on the go, and it's a question of can I fulfill them? Money would definitely help from that point of view. There's no doubt about it, but it's not the be-all and the end-all. It is a facilitator. Evening, fella. Good evening, Scotty. Great answer. I thank you. Hi, Scotty, mate. Hope you have a great week ahead. Please don't ignore this. Can you explain why Scotland was bust in 2009? Jay, Scotland was not bust in 2009. Westminster was bust in 2009. Scotland is actually owed, I think, about £60 billion just purely on the national debt. And of course we send 75 billion, and look how it's squandered. 250 billion squandered on leaving Europe and casting us into the wilderness. What's this live about? This live is about the world, Edward, and the people in it. That's what this live's about, my boy. Dinky-Doo from Doncaster. I've never ever been to Northumberland. Many, many times. I used to work in Newcastle. I did the phone-in when my dear friend and colleague, the late Mike the Muth, was taking his holidays. I say to you. Age? Oh, yes. Every age. The Ice Age, the whole lot. I don't like Brexit, says Vincent. Nobody does, Vincent. We were conned, worked from the back by a very clever sleight of hand mob who wanted to reward their chums, the billionaires. What's new? I mean, what's new? For goodness sake, this has been going on for, 300-400 years, probably forever. What's your words of wisdom tonight, Scotty boy? My words of wisdom is realize that in the spoken word and realize that in the phone-in, you have got a national treasure. I'm not claiming that title. I have been called it, but I'm not claiming that title for myself. I'm just saying realize that. Never underestimate the power of quality. Scotty, have you secured the bag? Mr. Martin, you keep asking this. Now, are you trying to be funny? Are you trying to be clever? Are you trying to be mysterious? Are you trying to be passive-aggressive? Have you secured the bag? What are you talking about? Do you see what I mean? So you need to explain yourself. If you're trying to be funny, we need more, because that's not funny. Have you secured the bag isn't funny. Do you see what I'm saying, Joe? Could Scotland serve with England? Oh, yes, absolutely. Do you ever go to the fridge in Edinburgh? Or the fringe, sorry. Do you ever go to the fridge in Edinburgh? Do you ever go to the fringe? I miss the fringe because I'm always doing other things in the summer that clashes. Otherwise, I would take a show at the fringe. Would you come and see me? Can you mind Tom Weir? Wonderful programs. I remember Tom very well because I worked for Scottish television when Tom was making the programs. Scotty, your thoughts on Scotland's economy are absolutely delusional. Now, AFM, people use the word delusional when they themselves have lost their argument. It's one step away from calling people Nazis. So you can't get your head round the facts, so you're calling me delusional. You would be better getting yourself a wee bit of education, listening to what I'm saying, listening to what I'm telling you, and then you'll realize that you are delusional, and I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't the truth. You see? And my thoughts on the Scottish economy are not delusional. Thatcher was the last person to strip it out, but it's been being stripped out really since we served the country so well in the Second World War, and the money being taken to London. Where are the sugar houses? Yeah, for sugar refining. Where is the automobile industry? Going back to Argyll and Arroll Johnson and Dumfries, and then Lanarkshire. And then Linwood, of course, for Chrysler, for Roots Group. You know? Where are the shipyards? Where is Longannet Power Station? Where is steel in Motherwell? Ravenscraig. Where is Ravenscraig? Where are all the coal mines? Where are all the new oil rigs being built that we should be calling on? Because we're 85% fossil fuels. Where is the Singer's factory from America in Clydebank? Where's the Hoover in Cambuslang? Where's the iron industry? Where are the Scottish clockmakers and furniture makers? Where are the Adams designing all these beautiful Scottish houses because Scotland was falling down with money. What's delusional about that? All gone, mate, says Tom. Yep, absolutely. Thatcherism. Well, that was the last one that did in the economy. You know, where is Kilmarnock? Where's the whiskey industry in Kilmarnock? You know, come on, guys, let's get thinking. Get our thinking caps on. And instead of calling me delusional, listen to what I'm saying. Scotty, thoughts if England became devolved and the English issues were discussed elsewhere? Well, the only thing I would say, James, at the moment we've got seats in the House of Commons and the House of Lords. I think on the Union, 45 members were sent to the Commons and 16 was it to the Lords from Scotland. Now, prior to the Union, which was forced on us by the last of the Stuart monarchs, I hasten to add, tut, tut, tuttity, tut, Queen Anne. But she was a bit of a character, that one. Do you know what I mean? Skullduggery, jiggery, pokery. She just bribed the Ristos, bribed them. And she bribed them for things like, I think some of them got a fiver or a tenner in silver, maybe 15 quid, 20 quid, 25 quid. But for some reason, if memory serves me right, £36,000 went missing from Scotland at the time of the Union. So there you go. So there's a lot of untrustworthy things going on up the way as well as down the way. You've got to keep an eye on these people. Curious, says Mr. Martin. Yes, curious, Mr. Martin. We're curious to know what you're actually at. So there you have it. Now, I was at the Fringe only yesterday, says Michael. Back in London now. Edinburgh is a beautiful city. Oh, it's stunning. I lived and worked in it, I say to you. Thatcherism. Scotland went independent. We would be nowhere near the world's leading economy, Scotty. AFM, what are you talking about? We're not saying we'll be the world's leading economy. There's Russia, China, Japan, South Korea, America. You know, we'll not be the world's leading economy, but we could be a leading world power. We've done it before. We can do it again. Remember, Scotland was independent for thousands of years. You know, it's just had a blip for the last 300 and whatever, 16 years. I say to you, now then, ever been to Ayrshire, to Irvine, Scotty? Yes, indeed. Yes. And of course, Irvine, they had the forklifts, didn't they? High stairs. We still have those seats, but England have a separate parliament elsewhere, like Scotland. Yes, indeed. And this is my point. You can split the parliaments. We've done it. But you can never split the crown. Because the Scottish crown has got a hold of the English one. So Scotland's very, very pivotal and very, very powerful in the monarchy. And the monarchs know this, of course. Maggie made the correct choices if you look into it. So, Jay, give me an example of the correct choice by stripping Scotland of its income. Tell me why you think that was a correct choice. Tell me that. You know, tell me that, Jay, because I'd be very, very interested. Now, what do we got? Is Scotland a country? Of course it is. The United Kingdom has 4 countries: Scotland, England, Northern Ireland from 1922, and Wales. All right? Scotland, the United Kingdom used to actually have the whole of Ireland until 1922. So you would have had Scotland, England, Ireland, and Wales. And who knows? I don't know what Ireland's thinking. They might want to be part of the UK, but I don't think Scotland will be. Do you know what I mean? I think it needs to be free, but it's whose hands is it released into? That's the thing. Yes, indeed. And never, ever, ever would it become a republic. So if there are nationalists wanting a republic, forget nationalism, forget independence, gone, toast, finished. There we are. Are you from Edinburgh? I'm guessing from the accent. Well, I don't have an accent. And I'm not from Edinburgh. I'm from Glasgow. So if there's anything in my voice, it would be Glaswegian. There we go. I sit you. Now, what have we got here? Very interesting chat, the guys. Northern Ireland. Scotland costs the UK more than Scotland puts in. Look up healthcare costs alone. Now, Peter, this is where you've had your head stuffed with nonsense. You are 100% wrong at least, right? Scotland subsidises the UK by £75 billion. So Scotland's keeping it going. That's why they won't let it go, because it's a cash cow. Are you with me? So England would struggle on its own without Scotland financing it. All right? I had to think of the word there, financing. And that was always the case. Scotland had to seriously devalue its economy in 1707 to facilitate economic union. So let's get rid of the myth, Peter, and get into reality. National debt-wise, Scotland doesn't have a national debt and is owed between 40 and 60 billion, I think, for the national debt. So as soon as Scotland became independent, there should be 60 billion quid from Westminster transferred right into the Scottish Treasury. Okay, so there we have it. So let's get these things right. That's what I always say. Isn't that what I always say, folks? Wonderful stuff. But the Unionists are never going to vote if there's any threat to the Crown. So in 2014, we lost 55% of the vote, because that was the Unionists saying, no. We don't trust the Nationalists with the Crown. Once that's, and a few lies to pensioners, threatening pensioners, which was very low. But that was your Labour government at the time. That was the way they were. So there you go. Now, what have we got here? Happy birthday to Princess Meghan. Is that her birthday? Who's the handsome fella behind you? That's Lord Reith. I'd like to give him a kiss. That's no problem at all, cool dude. He was a lovely dog and he would let you give him a kiss. I say to you, I have to say, I love the way you talk. TY, you're very kind. We had a half-wit earlier trying to tell me it was false. Sadly, steel was cheaper imported than made in Scotland. Fact. No, that is a fact, Jay. I'll give you that one, but that's no reason to give up the industry. We could have adjusted it. And for a country to import just because it's cheaper, that's a form of treason by the sitting government. They've betrayed their country. Do you see what I mean? And the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, Britain became too greedy because Britain supplied 75% of the world's coal. 75% we supplied. And of course, the mines were really going big style. Bless the miners, I say. What did Thatcher do with them? Tut, tut, tutty, tut. So, yes, 75%. And we got greedy. We wanted cheap imported German coal. So we said, we'll have some of your coal, Germany. And of course, that knocked the market. People not thinking. Politicians not reading their history books. Politicians working for a point of ignorance. Tut, tut, tutty, tut. What are they like? Now then. Hello, Scotty. How are you? The year's flying by. Yes, that's why they're clinging to us, as Chris. Absolutely, Chris. Scotty, out England for life. No. Coolest dude. England, fantastic country. Beautiful people. No problem. You're funny. England steals a lot of money from countries. Well, not England doesn't. Westminster does. It's just no one wants to admit it. No one will admit it on here. England does steal a lot of money and has always stolen a lot of money. But Scotland is enlightened. The only thing is Scotland ran the empire for England. That water's gorgeous. Boo! Scotland is so bad, says Coolest Dude. Well, it's struggling a wee bit at the moment because it's financed. It gets its pocket money from Westminster, and that's all. So there we go. Now then, Coolest Dude's from Brazil, he says. Scotty, look up the City of London, its own country that runs the government and controls the power. No, I don't need to look it up, Peter. I know it inside out. I'm very, very experienced. I was a banker with a B for 4 years. So I know how the economy works. I'm well aware of the City of London. I've been down many a time, paid it many a visit, gone into the bank district of London. I have friends who, run some of the banks or help run the banks. Not a problem. Yum, yum, Scotland yummy, chocolate cake. So there we are. So we don't need to look it up, Peter. You're talking to a man who's spent his life looking things up. Blah, 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 politics, blah, blah, blah. Well, we don't blah, blah, blah on here. Coolest Dude, you say. Boring, boring, boring. Talk about something interesting. Funny man. Coolest Dude, you just don't understand what we're talking about, so you can admit that. Nothing will be interesting to you. Do you see what I mean? If you've got a low IQ, you'll always be bored. There we are. But never tell anybody you're bored. Did you say you were a banker, Scotty? I did, Mr. Martin. 4 years. Yes, 4 years in trainee management for one of the top banks. Loved it. Yes, but we had other things to do, other fish to fry. Off to drama school. There we have it. I say to you, which bank? Well, I'm not going to say it on here, Mr. Martin. We don't mention companies. You should know that by now. Sometimes, Mr. Martin, I despair a little bit of you because you're not a silly man, as we say. What do you think about the monarchy? I think it's outstanding. And even if anybody doesn't care for an incumbent, I think everybody cared for Her Majesty the Queen, and they loved her in Ireland. Oh, they adored her in Ireland. And that's why she went and visited. So there you have it. But the monarchy has been with us. Now, the journalists don't know this because they haven't researched it. At least 2,347 years. It predates Scotland by about 1,500 years. Isn't that amazing? Scotty, where have you been? Fantastic, wee sassy Scot. What do you think of Sunak? Well, I mean, he's been parachuted in, hasn't he? They've spent all their money on campervans. Have they, Will? Wow, there we are. Well, in Scotland, as far as I know, there was just one. A good man, Scotty. I'm not here to dig it. You always learn something. Listening to you, Peter. Of course. Yes, indeed. Now we are. I agree. I always learn something. Mother's mother, I thank you. DINKY-DOO, it's Scottie McClue. You should be the First Minister. You say it as it is. Yeah, but remember, saying it as it is only popular with the people. It's not popular with the politicians. Yes, because they wish they were saying it as it is. Guys, I can't believe it. We've been up for 50 minutes. We've only started. I still serve for her, but I don't care for, and he talks about the Queen. Well, she's there, and I think respect the office. First Minister, Prime Minister, what about President? Check out all your TikTok videos and see the one about my bid for president. My wife, Adele, loves you. She thinks you're smashing. Sam, say hi to Adele and thank her, please. There we go. Fantastic. Who else have we got here? I run a charity to put more plastic in the ocean. Marlborough, don't be silly. All right. I was going to say it doesn't suit you, but maybe it does. From that point of view, I love the Queen, but in my heart, I can't take to the King. should have gone straight to William and Kate. Now, Peter, that wouldn't be right, because the king is the proper heir and successor to the throne. So there you are. And, there's no reason to dislike him. He's doing a very, very good job. What do you think about climate change? Well, there is climate change. Let's not kid ourselves, because there's always climate change. The climate moves. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had the Ice Age. But about 20 years ago, they reckoned the world was at its coldest when they were talking about the winter of discontent. Will, that sounds disrespectful. So I'm not even going to answer your question, because it's too disrespectful of an outstanding person, regardless of what you think. So we're not disrespectful on here, and we're not having that. Now then, it's my old favourite Scottie McClue, Here to Stay, lol. I remember your song, Dance with Your Granny and Your Auntie Fanny, right across the floor. When you get to the other side, shut the door. Yes, indeed. And then the dance. 2 to the left and 2 to the right. I have to say your dancing's excellent. What's your top 3 viruses? Top 3, well, I'll give you the ones I've had. Measles, German measles, and chickenpox. So that would be the top ones. What are your favourites? You bring back good old memories. Thank you. Scoutstars. Hey, we love the bones of you. We need a new political party, not left or right, just independence, black and white. Mother's mother, you might be talking to the right man. I am apolitical, but I think I could lead Scotland to independence by negotiation. Evening from Inverkip, Scottie, DINKY-DOO, Zach. How lovely to have you with us. Welcome, Zach. And we love Inverkip, by the way. Is Everton still there? You'll know what I mean. Guys, I'm not talking the football team, for the Scouts will start going daft. Marlborough Blue says, first Corona, right. Second, the Black Prague. Do you mean the plague? And Spanish flu. Well, I think that out of the 3, 2 never existed. And you'll have to guess which ones. So there you go. DINKY-DOO, I say to you. Wonderful. DINKY-DOO, Mr. McClue. I'm new here from the United Kingdom. It's lovely to have you with us from the United Kingdom, Lewis. And a big DINKY-DOO to you, I say to you. That's fantastic. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. We need another 100 followers on the TikTok. And we need more subscribers on the YouTube channel. Has everybody had a look at the YouTube channel? Could I suggest you all do that now and subscribe and then come back to me on the TikTok? So there you are. You'll see the URL on the TikTok bio. Just click on it. Just tap it. That's all you have to do. I can't understand how lazy people are nowadays. All you have to do is tap the little URL and it'll take you right to the YouTube channel. I've got 3,000 likes, guys. Is that not beautiful? Is there anything on the telly tonight? Might as well check. Who have we got here? Guys, I can see who's going over to the YouTube channel. So if you want to go now, I will be able to see you. And comment. You can comment on the super chat and tell me that you're there. All right? So that would be brilliant. Kings Lynn in Norfolk. What a beautiful part of the world. Do you know Downham Market? And do you know Sandringham? There we are. Hello, says Lewis. Lewis, how fantastic is that? Guys, Lewis has just come over to the YouTube channel. Yes, he's got the URL and he's actually done it. He's popped up to the TikTok bio and popped over to the YouTube channel. Yes, Scottie McClue, says Lewis. Lewis, do us a favour and subscribe, my boy, because every little helps. We're building up, and I would hope I can get there during this lifetime. If not, it will be the next time round. Richard says, hello, Richard Tanner. Lovely to have you with us, Richard. There we go. Fantastic. Yes, Mr. Martin, we are doing well. I have subscribed. I thank you, Lewis. Guys, if you want to pop over to the YouTube channel and subscribe, that would be amazing. Let's see how many we can get over in the next couple of minutes. All right, tell me you're there. I have subscribed. So have I, says Ibis. Ibis, thank you for subscribing. Guys, let's see how many we can get on the YouTube channel. We've got another 4 minutes. Let's use it well and wisely. And then I might pop up to do an experiment. Absolutely, Mr. Martin. It's boom time. Boom time on the YouTube channel. You can see it there. If you want to put it into your search engine, then you would just put in Scottie McClue, World's Top Talk Show. DINKY-DOO. Let us know when you're coming on. Yes, another subscriber. I thank you very much. Can somebody pop onto the YouTube channel and tell me how many subscribers we've got? We've got the thumbs up as well. That would just be amazing. DINKY-DOO. DINKY-DOO, everybody. Yes, Scout Camp's still there. Brilliant, Zach. Are you pro-independence? I'm pro-Scotland rebuilding its economy and keeping its own money. So even if we said to Westminster, look, here's the deal. We'll not push for full independence if you let us keep our own money. You know, that would be a good one to look at. So all to do with the money, guys. Follow the money, I say. It tells its own story. Excellent, Mr. Martin. Yes, wonderful. Guys, I need two more people to come over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've got 3 minutes left. 4,000.16K subscribers. Excellent. Excellent, Richard. Thank you. 4.16. Let's see if we can get that up to 5. So everybody you know, share the YouTube URL with them and see if we can get it up to 5,000. Are the Scottish growing less fond of their English counterparts? We said, no, not at all. Marlborough Blues, I have a deep, deep passion and love for England and for the English people. No problem at all. And I don't really have a quarrel with Westminster if they let us keep our own money. Now, how we do? We've got, oh my goodness me, we've only got a minute. What a shame. It's been fantastic tonight, guys. A dog's the only thing on earth that loves you more than you love yourself. Is that right? Hi, Scotty. I've subscribed, says Zach. Brilliant, Zach. Bedtime, early start, pleasure listening, and education. Jay, you too, lad. Take care of yourself. I say to you, hello, you sound like you have an Ayrshire accent. I maybe do, yes. Are the Scottish growing less? Oh, yes, we've done that. You have 4,000.16K subs. Excellent. We need 5,000 subs, guys. Let's make it happen. Can everybody follow us on the TikTok and enjoy every single video? They're all there for you guys, and they're made with love. We're going to have to go now. Can I say to every single one of you, thank you. Thank you for being so beautiful. Thank you for my wonderful gifts. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube and following the TikTok. Thank you for the discussion and for all the knowledge that you came up with. And I say to every single one of you, take great care of your dear selves. DINKY-DOO and hashtag stay fabulous. LOL. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Are we ready? After 3. 3. Papa. Papa. Oh, wow. Is that not beautiful? And my lovely, lovely YouTubers, thank you so much to you. Keep spreading the channel. We'll get there. It might not look like much, but according to YouTube, it's very good because there's just so much media about. Wait till we get back to the wireless. Oh, night, night, my darlings. Dinky-Doo. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ra. Bye-bye. And again. Bye-bye.